Buying a personal laptop is easy, but when a corporation buys 1,000 laptops, that transaction becomes a massive organizational vulnerability. Without a structure in place, spending quickly spirals. Departments exceed their budgets, physical inventory vanishes, and suppliers overcharge for agreed rates. To prevent this, organizations rely on a specific, locked sequence of events known as procure-to-pay. This sequential defense mechanism ensures that every dollar leaving a business is accounted for, verified, and physically justified. Before a single purchase occurs, the system requires a foundation of master data. This is a pre-approved, unchangeable reference list of vendors, items, and tax codes that every transaction must point back to. Alongside these lists is the law of status. The current state of a document dictates entirely what a user is allowed to do with it. A document starts as a draft, where it remains flexible and risk-free. However, once a user hits an action button, like Submit or Approve, the document becomes read-only and enters the official business process. This architecture translates messy, unpredictable human intent into a series of strict, historically accurate financial records. The process begins with a purchase requisition. An employee identifies a need, like a batch of 50 laptops, and assigns the cost to their specific department and budget. The system evaluates the total value against an approval workflow. If the cost exceeds a set limit, the requisition is automatically routed to the necessary managers for sign-off. Next is the sourcing phase. To secure competitive pricing, the buyer issues an RFQ, inviting multiple vendors to submit their bids for the entire order. The system analyzes these bids side by side. It handles the common scenario where no single vendor is the cheapest for everything, helping the buyer decide whether to award the full order or split it to reach the lowest overall total. Awarding the winning bid generates a draft purchase order. Once this PO is approved, it becomes the locked legal commitment to the vendor. While no money has changed hands yet, the parameters of the deal, the exact quantities, the selected vendors, and final prices are firmly locked. When the physical laptops arrive at the loading dock, the warehouse staff creates a goods receipt to log the delivery. The system enforces a strict constraint here. Employees can only receive items that explicitly exist on that locked purchase order. There is a difference between the received quantity and the accepted quantity. If 10 units arrive but 2 are damaged, the warehouse only logs the 8 they actually accept, ensuring the company doesn't take responsibility for faulty goods. As these items are accepted, the system automatically generates permanent asset records, linking each laptop to its serial number, purchase price, and location. The goods receipt anchors digital financial promises to concrete physical inventory. Eventually, the vendor sends a final invoice. Paying this bill purely on trust would expose the business to significant risk of overcharging or duplicate billing. To prevent this, the system runs a 3-way match, triggered upon invoice approval. First, the invoice is checked against the purchase order to confirm the agreed-upon price. Second, it is matched against the goods receipt, ensuring payment only for accepted quantities. Finally, it scans previous invoices to prevent duplicate billing. If the system detects a variance, even a small price difference, it halts the process. The invoice is parked for investigation and cannot be approved without a deliberate override. By triangulating the agreement, the physical receipt, and the billing claim, the system ensures that every payment corresponds to a verified business event. Once the invoice survives the 3-way match and is approved, the final step is unlocked, the vendor payment. The system limits this payment to the outstanding balance. While part payments are permitted, the software prevents the user from accidentally overpaying the invoice. This journey moves from an initial request, through a physical delivery, into a mathematical validation, and finally to a settled balance. This sequentially locked chain of custody maintains the integrity of a company's resources by catching errors and discrepancies before they become permanent losses.